Hello, anybody. I am Alpaca Patrol, and this is Volgarr the Viking. That's right. I'm back with another episode of Checkout on Volgarr the Viking. This game is pretty awesome. I'm gonna start off the video by saying that. So we're at the entry screen. I actually never saw that idle animation. It's pretty awesome. So Volgarr the Viking just pulled out a stein, which I guess he kept in his ass because he's wearing a loincloth. Let's be honest here. This man's wearing a loincloth, and he just shoved a stein up his bee and had some beer in it, which was pretty cool. Anyway, so what is Volgarr the Viking? Well, it is a retro-inspired. Yeah, you could call it a platformer. It's sort of a oh god, what's the name of that game? I don't even know what the name of that game is. Ghouls and Ghosts, Ghosts and Goblins, Butts and Butts, I don't know, something like that. But basically, it kind of just feels a lot like a retro game, like a super retro game. So, we've just opened up a chest, and that looks like a power-up, doesn't it? So let's pick up that power-up. Boom! Suck it, lizard man! I actually don't know if he's a lizard man. I'm pretty sure he's a bird man. So, this is the intro tutorial to the game, so it kind of teaches you what's going on. So, as you can see, if we put a spear in the wall, we can jump on that spear, use it as a platform. Very, not only basic mechanic of the game, but very important mechanic of the game. And also it's now teaching us to roll like so. You can use that to dodge enemies, and we've entered into the first level of Volgarr the Viking. So this level is still technically a tutorial, in a way. So, now, I'm gonna be honest with you, I played through this level a lot of times already, so if I make it look a little bit easier... Oh, look, there was chicken in his butt, too! He had chicken in his butt! If I make this look easy, which I'm not trying to say that I'm good at Volgarr the Viking, because I'm not, but it's just because part of what makes this game, or part of the way that you're really supposed to play this game is really just learning the level layouts, and that's sort of where the retro inspiration comes from. So anyway, without further ado, with this one power-up that I have, the hammer shield, I can actually power up my spear in order to fire it. So I do that, and then that sweet stuff happens where people die a horrible death. It does send enemies flying, and it does send enemies flying off the screen, is another thing that's important. Now, you'll see very soon how things work. So I just did a downward strike there. I'm going to open up this chest, and that chest will contain another power-up for me, which is the helmet. But yeah, like I'm saying, you're going to get used to, or you're going to see how power-ups work in the game, and I'm just going to show you all these little secrets that I know, like for instance this, where I could get the Mjolnir there. So I'm pretty close to fully powered up. So there's, I believe, 5 upgrades that you can get. Whoops-a-daisy, I didn't mean to do that, but I did it anyway, so whatever. I think there's 5 upgrades that you can get throughout the course of, like, the entirety of the game. And basically it works like Super Ghouls and Ghosts, or Ghosts and Goblins, or whatever the heck that name is. I really should have looked that up before. I never played the game, to be totally honest with you. We do have a sweet fire sword now. We're fully upgraded. We got everything that you could possibly get at all in the game, which is pretty sweet. But yeah, so every time that we take damage from an enemy, we're going to lose 2 levels of our power. So that's a thing that kind of blows. Kind of blows a lot. There's a spider here. Just gonna throw a spear at him. We're gonna go this way. But yeah, so as you can see, I have a couple options available to me. So I have a spin attack, right? When I jump, I could also do a downward strike like so. When I can throw my spear. Now, the way that you throw your spear, how it's initially bound, is by holding up. And when you hold up and then press X, then you throw your spear. I actually don't like this way, to be totally honest with you. Now, it's partially due to the fact that I'm using a pretty bad controller, to be totally honest with you. But, I basically rebound it. So you can actually go into the controls here, whoops, not graphics, controls, and go to advanced controls, and then rebind all this stuff, like A attack, down jump, all that stuff. So you can rebind it to whatever. I set it to the Y button. By the way, there is native Xbox 360 controller support, which, you know, you should kind of come to expect at this point. It's not much of a feature anymore. It's really just something that should be in the game, right? But, that said, it's pretty good that they have it in, right? I mean, it's pretty nice. Anyway, yeah, if we look at the graphics, there's some stuff that you can mess around with. You can you can actually set your own custom resolution, which is really nice as well. I actually like that a lot. Sound settings, you know, again, 2D game. When we're looking at these 2D platformers, especially side-scrolling games, I mean, like, you're not really going to get many options graphically or whatever, and you don't really need many options. So anyway, now the shield is not just for looks. The shield actually does block as well, even though I have not blocked as of yet. But we may do that coming up soon. Again, like I said, I'm just blazing through this. But it isn't how it seems. Oh god, we unfortunately got hit there. So that was our Mjolnir power-up. Those are usually secrets. Those don't come out of chests. So you have to find kind of the secret thing. Uh-oh. Okay. Whoop. Nope. Nope. No, he's gonna hit me. He's gonna hit me. He hit me. That son of a bitch. Alright, so we lost everything, because I'm an idiot, basically. I still can't get through that part, very easily. But basically, that's sort of how this game rolls. So, you see, as you can tell, we're back to this level of power, which is not very high. We just have the hammer shield, basically. But, you know, whatever. It's not that big of a deal. You have the power-up that you need, with the hammer shield, which is sweet. Oh, I actually have to get a higher spear here, which I will do. And I'm not actually even going to show too much of this game because you know, part of the fun of Volgarr the Viking is really just playing through and learning the patterns of enemies and stuff by yourself. Like it really is one of the best parts of this game. And honestly, to be totally honest with you, this video doesn't really need that much of my own introduction or explanation. It's pretty apparent how the game works. I'm just hitting dudes off the screen because I know that they're there, and I think I've killed them all. Yeah, I think they're all dead. Whoops, I hit the wrong direction. So important to note. So we've done all of that, right? We did all that stuff, and it was all crazy and stuff, and I didn't die, but you'll die many times if you pick up Volgarr the Viking. That's the first checkpoint. So all that time and effort put into the game, that's the first checkpoint. So if I were to have died there, if I did die, I would have had to start from the very beginning, where we started in the beginning of this video. Luckily, I've done this like a million times, so I'm really at no risk of doing that. And again, like I said, I'm like blazing through this only because of like pure repetition. Just like doing this over and over and over again. Oh, and actually I'm going to show you a really cool part. This is one of my favorite parts of the game right here. Is, oh well, actually might have messed up the timing a little bit. You can just go. Never mind, I screwed it up. But there's like a cool part there where you can, whoops daisy, where you can just get your shield to block a bunch of attacks, which is sweet. I like it a lot. It's a good time. Anyway, there's another little secret here if you wanna know about that. Boom, look at that. We got the Mjolnir again. Throw that, and there's also a bunch of enemies off the screen, which again, I know about. Now, what does this game remind me of? Or really, what could you compare it to? Again, it's that game that I can't for the life of me remember. Oh yeah, here, by the way, the shield activates, or works basically it just always has a hitbox to it, right? So I can sit here forever. Now, your other shield does break. This shield doesn't break. Or it won't break from these arrows, anyway. Yeah, so it does have a hitbox. If I were turned around on this, like so, then that arrow would actually hurt me. But because I have the shield there, I don't have to worry so much. Which is nice. Now, another thing important to note about Volgarr the Viking, you have no air control in the air. So like, you know, in Super Meat Boy, if I jump up into the air, or Spelunky, say, if I jump into the air, I can, you know, control myself. I can, whatchamacallit, move around. You can't do that in Volgarr the Viking. You can only do that, oh, hold on a second. Just gotta deal with these bad boys, these bad lizard bird people. I don't like them. I don't like them one bit. Alright, I guess they're piecing it. That's cool. Anyway, by the way, those chests would have contained armor, but because we're fully maxed out, it just gives us extra score points. But yeah, so, again, also no time limit in the game as well. So I can kind of just mess around. But there, again, like I was saying, no aerial control at all. The only aerial control you have is on your double jump, your spin attack. Because then I can kind of move around and do whatever it is I want to do. Oh god, I can't believe I hit that because I'm dumb. Basically because I'm dumb, and I lost my Mjolnir. I mean, it's not a big deal, but it does kind of suck that I wasted my Mjolnir like that. And again, like, I don't know how to really emphasize this. I kind of wish that I hadn't done... I kind of wish that I had made this game on my first impressions alone, because I feel like I'm not doing the game justice by kind of blazing through this first level here, like this. Because it's not as easy as it looks right now. And again, I'm not like, you know, pretending I'm really good at the game or anything, because I know that I'm not. But, oh, hey, look, we got one super orb or something that's going on there. I don't actually know what that is, to be totally honest with you. Oh no, we got hit in the lava? Really? Oh, that sucks, man. All right, so as you can see, you start at the crystal. So there's the checkpoints are not like they're not very good to you in this game. It's tough, man. It's real tough. Now, I've heard a lot of people compare this game to Dark Souls. I don't see that comparison really. I mean, I do in that, like, it's difficult. But I think it's more that Dark Souls is similar to Volgarr, which sounds kind of confusing. It's not that, it's just that Volgarr, I think Volgarr and Dark Souls are alike for the same reason, in that they both have a very retro feel, which is just, you just have to understand, you just have to memorize, like, layouts of floors and enemy patterns, basically, and you just have to know how to deal with each situation. And that's the same in Dark Souls, it's the same in Volgarr, really. You just kind of have to know where to stand to, like, dodge these guys. You have to know when annoying enemies are going to be on the screen. This is more apparent, actually, in the next level, which I will hopefully inevitably get to here in the near future. And actually, you know what? Once I get to the boss, I was very close to the boss, I'm actually going to probably quit, because I don't want to show off the first boss, because, you know, I could show you exactly how to beat him and whatnot, but I don't really want to spoil the game, because I think it's really fun. Now, if you're into old retro-styled games, then you're gonna like Volgarr the Viking. We did get hit by the plant thing. I figured that was gonna happen, because I did it wrong. But that's fine. It's not a big deal. I screwed up my timings, because I'm talking and all that. It's not a big deal. I do blame you, though, viewers. It's entirely your fault. So again, oh god, and I messed that up too. I'm an idiot. Nope. Oh god. Okay, so luckily our shield blocked it. Also, again, you kind of also have to get used to how Volgarr works. Not only do you have to get used to, you know, you don't only also have to get... okay, let me start that sentence all over again, because I just Porky Pigged all over that shit. Basically, you have to understand how your character kind of works before you can really get a firm grasp on how to play the game properly, which seems kind of self-explanatory, but, you know, it's more apparent in games like this and, say, Dark Souls and such, in that, okay, so let's not screw this up again. Okay, good. Fantastic. There is this bee, which we will actually deal with. Oh, damn it. Okay, good, we got him. Let's get those gems. I actually don't find a reason to get the gems and stuff, personally, and that's mainly because a lot of times when I'm playing this game, I don't really care about the high score. I just kind of care about beating the level, because it's pretty tough. Again, like, it doesn't seem that tough because I'm, again, blazing through these levels. I've only died once. And we've actually encountered the first boss here, so if I go up here, I will encounter the boss, but I don't want to show him off to you, because I don't think that would do the game justice. So we're actually just going to restart world, and I'm going to show you guys another aspect of Volgarr. So, as you can see, over here seems to be some sort of a secret. Whoa, I wonder what it could be. If we go over, this actually teleports me to the second level, and I actually can teleport to the third level as well, but I can't teleport to the fourth level. That's fine. Actually, how do I get back to the, I guess I'm only on the 3rd level. I wonder, does reset... No! I don't want to lose all my current progress. Oh, that's unfortunate. I wonder if there's a way to get beyond the 2nd level. See, because the thing is, I actually haven't beaten this level yet, so you'll be seeing kind of Volgarr at its fullest in that I don't know what I'm doing yet. Okay, so I did play a little bit of this, and I know that these zombies have a gimmick to them that I could show you. This is the 3rd level in Volgarr, so you do have to, I had to beat the bosses in the 2nd level, and believe me, the first, it's not an easy game. The first level took me 2 hours, the 2nd level took me like 3 hours to completely defeat. I want to show you what these zombies do, yeah, which is that. So if you actually go low and attack them low, what's gonna happen is they drop a bomb on you, and they'll hit you up high. So I haven't actually beaten this. Oh boy. Okay. This is as far as I've gotten in this level. I haven't actually messed around too much in this level. So basically you're seeing what Volgarr is like right now. Okay, we've defeated them. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, so he hits up high. Whoa, and he does down strikes. Whoa, I just got owned by that skeleton man. I really want to be able to get back to the 2nd level, because I can show you my actual proficiency at playing Volgarr. So as you can see, the zombie shows up. The crow gets spawned there, which is good in and of itself. Okay, that's always the bad way to fight those skeletons. But I decided to do it anyway, because I'm an idiot, basically. But yeah, as you can see, the enemies get, oh god, more and more gimmicky as the game progresses. And in fact, I'm actually just gonna, I'm gonna take a moment here, excuse me, because I'm gonna reboot Volgarr, because I actually don't, I don't actually know how to get back to the beginning. But this is good, because you actually missed out on the very, very beginning of the game. So we're back in Volgarr here, and when you get in here, you have basically Odin being like, "Rise, warrior!" So let's get that power up. And no! Oh, that sucks. All right, let's restart the world. So evidently you can't actually pick up that power up and then go to the next level. But we'll go to the 2nd level because I have beaten this level, and just kind of to show you the variety of environments that you're going to be facing and the variety of enemies that you're going to be facing. So one thing that I can show you is I can't actually get up close to these guys because they have longer range than me. Right? So they'll just poke me to death and I can't do anything. So the only way that I can actually fight them is by using spears. So this is sort of it kind of gives me the Mega Man-ish vibe, in that you basically just have to learn where the enemies are going to spawn and how to deal with those enemies, basically. And I know that it's not necessarily based on Mega Man, but I've just had a lot of experience with Mega Man in my life, so that's really what it most reminds me of. There you're encountering a new enemy here. The game actually does a very good job of showing you new enemies and allowing you to kind of get like one tutorial step. By the way, there's a little trick that I know to do here. I could kill that guy and then do this, kill that dude. Again, the way that I'm doing this level, you can only know how to do this if you've played through the level a couple of times already and know how things are going on. And I don't really want to show off too much of this level, so I'll probably get through maybe the first checkpoint unless I die, because it's entirely possible that I will, because this level's not so easy and I haven't had as much practice with it. Or at least it's not as easy as that first level. So let's deal with all these guys here. There are more dudes off the screen that I don't like dealing with. So we'll just blow them up. There we go. And there's another dude off the screen here that I know about. He's one of those red guys that would be that would go, you know, spinning. Not spinning, but he would go diving at me. We'll just deal with all this problem like so. Get our next ability, which, you know, I think there's got to be a secret around somewhere. I don't actually know where the secret is in this level. There seems to be a Mjolnir on every level, which, as you saw, if you get hit with it, it fires it clears the entire screen. But by the way, there is a cheeky way that you can beat this part of the level, which is by doing this and take this fool out. He should be dead now, I think. Might not be dead. He's not dead yet. But luckily our shield blocked, which is great, because like you said, shield basically blocks pretty much everything in the game. Pretty much everything can be blocked by the shield. So we did kill that thing there, and we'll kill that thing there as well. Which kills another oyster enemy that was standing right here, which is why there's a gem. But you wouldn't know that, again, unless you did the level already. I can't stress this enough, how basically Volgarr is repetition. Oh, we can just dodge these guys entirely? I didn't know that. Oh, that's weird. Wonder why he did that. Okay, let's get up here. Oh! Kill that dude. We got another crab to fight. Oh, that was close. Okay, we'll use our shield to block. Fantastic. We will deal with one of these guys. You don't really have to rush for the boat. And there we go. We could take that path as well up there, but that's a really bad path to take, because you could take this one down below. And boom, there you go. And in fact, I'm pretty sure that we have actually gotten to the first checkpoint. So, I won't show you the rest of this second level, because this is actually... It's partially to kind of not show off how bad I am at this game, because the thing is, I'm actually pretty bad at this section. And we got another one of those red power gems. I don't know what the deal is with that. Yeah, we jumped into that like a big dumb idiot. Not a big deal. But yeah, so I think that's Volgarr. One thing that I'll show you, this is a water level, so obviously, as you imagine, any game or any retro game, it does affect how your jumping works. Obviously, we have a little bit more in the way of, I don't know, lack of gravity, I suppose. So that kind of changes how, you know, Volgarr plays a little bit. It's just what you'd expect out of a retro game. Honestly, this is about as retro as it can be, but I will show you one thing that Volgarr has. Yeah, it's got this little sonic timer for when Volgarr runs out of breath, which he can hold his breath for a pretty long time. It's a 10-second countdown, so there's little pockets of air that you could go to refresh the timer. And it's cute, and it's nice. But now I have to kind of get to the crux of the video, which I think you should buy Volgarr. If you are a gamer like me, and this seems like such a cop-out to me, but if you're a gamer like me, yes, you should. And that means, like, if you grew up on Mega Man and, you know, Super Ghouls and Ghosts and whatever, I don't know, again, I don't know the name of that game. If you, oh, I jumped too soon. That sucks. Yeah, I'm gonna take more damage here. Which sucks, but, you know, what am I gonna do about it? Again, yeah, I'm not as good at this section of the game. But, you know, you can kind of like let your thing go. Anyway, so should you buy the game? If you're into these old retro styled games, and also I would even say, and I know that I even said that that I don't understand the comparisons to Dark Souls. I mean, I do. I don't really like the comparison to Dark Souls anyway. If you like Dark Souls for what it is, or basically the game mechanics around Dark Souls, then you'll like Volgarr. To be totally honest with you, you will. Oh god, did I put it too high? No, I didn't. Okay. Let's deal with this guy by just throwing spears at him. But basically, yeah, you don't get any more powers in the game. This is basically how Volgarr works the entire time. You're always going to be getting this armor. You're always going to be doing these same basic premises. You're just trying to learn the levels. Oh, that's something that I actually didn't notice or didn't mention, because there's a lot of powers that you have throughout the game. Like for instance, I could press left trigger and then I could see the screen for a little while. It's sort of like looking down in Spelunky, basically. But you know, and I even said that I wasn't gonna show you this whole second level. Oh God. Oh God, that was my controller. So my controller sometimes turns you in the other direction. Anyway, I was right next to the boss there. that's where the boss was. But that's fine. We can probably end this video here because I'm kind of going to the point where I'm kind of telling you whether or not you should purchase this game. Now, you can purchase this game for $10 right now on Steam. The game is, I believe, $12 after the opening week sale. But right now, if you're watching this video the day it comes out, then you still have the sale available to you. Which is, I think, a very good deal for this game, especially considering how long it's going to take you to beat the game, to be totally honest with you. Just because you have to kind of learn the levels. That's just kind of what you need to do in Volgarr. You just kind of got to learn how to deal with things. And execution, obviously, is also a concern, because as you could tell, sometimes I mess up on this area, sometimes I mess up on the other area. If there's a perfectionist in you, then you're going to love this game, because I am, and that's why it partially took me so long to beat the first and second levels, is because I wanted to beat them without taking damage. And I actually did beat this level without taking any damage, which I felt pretty good about. But yeah, if you're a perfectionist, and if you like old school retro games that require, I don't know, a great amount of skill, I know a lot of people are saying that Volgarr is like super tough, it's very difficult. I think it's really just more retro than it is super difficult. I mean, obviously, it's not an easy game. It's pretty tough. But if you put it up against other games of the era that this game kind of apes, or not necessarily apes, but you know, is inspired by, then you know, you wouldn't say that this was unlike the rest of them, is what I'll say. And that's not really a mark on Volgarr at all. It's really a good thing. I could totally see this game having come out on the, you know, Super Nintendo or the Nintendo era of consoles. I totally could have seen this game, and I'm right now just playing a nostalgic take on the game. So really, if that's what they hope to achieve, which it totally was, then they've achieved that very well. I think this is a fantastic game, and well worth $10. Easily worth $10. I don't think that there's any way that I could say that it's not worth $10. And it's even worth the full price, which is the $12 fee. Let me just, oh damn. Okay, I almost screwed that up there, but we're good. We are good. No, I'm bad. Okay. All right. No big deal. Not a big deal. But anyway, that's going to be my checkout on Super Ghouls and Ghosts. This is my checkout video on Volgarr the Viking. I think I've basically showed off kind of as far as I am in the game as well. And I think you should be able to understand or know at this point whether this game is for you. I don't know, I feel like even if you like something like, say, a Dark Souls type experience, then you're probably gonna like Volgarr. Okay, so we got one guy to deal with. We'll deal with that guy. We get a little trophy, which is kind of sweet. And we got a boss. And you know what? I'm actually going to show you this boss just to kind of give you an idea of what bosses are like. And it's kind of a Mega Man-esque thing. Now, also important to note, you do have. I'm just gonna die to him because I don't want to show you beating him or anything, or even show you any of his patterns. Yeah, that's one of the patterns of him. But unlike Mega Man, it doesn't start you at the checkpoint of the boss. You start right here at the beginning. So you have to get all the way back there if you want to deal with him. So it is a little bit tough in that respect. But the save feature, again, is something that a lot of people don't really necessarily know about. It's almost like a secret type of thing. And I kind of like the idea of trading the secrets of where the Mjolnir is on this level, or where to get this secret power-up or whatnot. It's really cool. It reminds me of the era that I grew up in, video game-wise, and I think that's great. And I really like Volgarr. I'm going to be playing the hell out of it, and I very much suggest that you pick it up. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. This has been my checkout on Volgarr the Viking. Hey, butts. Yeah, it's been my checkout video on Volgarr the Viking. I really like this game. I think it's real fun. You can check it out on Steam for $10. The link will be down in the description. It is published by Adult Swim Games, which have made some pretty darn good games. Now, of course, they don't develop it, but they publish the games, and they've published quite a good bevy of titles at this point, and Volgarr is among them. I mean, you got Super House of Dead Ninjas on there, you got Westerado, even going all the way back to, what is it, Robot Unicorn Attack! That game's amazing! Anyway, so, I would very much suggest that you check out Volgarr the Viking. Looks like he's gonna have another stein of beer out of his ass. Volgarr, he's just getting hammered this whole time, just going around murdering fish people, and, getting drunk. So yeah, I would very much suggest that you pick up Volgarr the Viking if this gameplay looks suited to you, which I think it is. I think this is just kind of suited to everybody. It's really fun. So I'm going to be playing the hell out of this game. I hope you do too. If this is the first time you've ever seen a checkout video on my channel, please feel free to stick around. This is a somewhat frequent series, a couple times a week, maybe once a week, where I just check out an indie game, or a game in general that I would like to show off to people and let you know my opinions, my first impressions on. And this is my impressions on Volgarr the Viking! I feel like I've said that like a million times, but it's fine. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. All the links are down in the description to pick up Volgarr the Viking, and then go to Adult Swim Games, and then go to the website of the developer and go hang out with them, and they'll have a beer with you if you just give them $1. No, that's not what's gonna happen, but it'd be really cool if that's how it worked. But it doesn't. It sadly doesn't. Anyway, thanks for watching. This is Alpaca Patrol signing out. Peace, fools.